Hi everyone, as I mentioned earlier, I'm coming to you live from my parents' study. Unfortunately, I've been in Wollongong for an extra couple of days. I had to attend a funeral of a family friend, and then my mother has become ill. So I'm here. This is the beauty of the internet, that we can actually do business anywhere at any time once we have the right tools set up and in place. I'm just out of the way. But what I want to talk to you about here was what happens at Basecamp on the Digital Ascent program. Now, for those of you that have been living under a rock, the Digital Ascent program is my 10-week online digital marketing program specifically developed for small business. So it is all designed, developed, delivered specifically with you, the small business owner, in mind. So it's a mix of videos and workbooks and information to read and things you need to do, live Facebook chats, Zoom meetings where we chat, masterclasses, and some one-on-one sessions with me as well. So there's lots in there for you. But if you're not a small business owner, if you are not a marketer or a marketer working inside small business, then you can stop watching this right now, because my program isn't specifically for you. And that's one of the things that we talk about in Basecamp. The very first week when we roll into the program is that we get you, or I get you, to look and think and really ponder the question, who's your dream client? Who are the people that you love to work with and want to work with more of those people? I know who my people are. It took me a while to get to the place where I know who my people actually are. The ones I love to work with the best, as well as the ones that I know I can give the most help, mentoring, and really help them shift their business forward. So we go through exercises in understanding who our dream clients are and who the people that we don't like to work with. Because when you've got a small business, you can't just think, oh yeah, anybody with cash is my client. And I know in our business, Big Blue Digital, when we were starting and when we were growing, particularly when we were growing really quickly, and we had, you know, staff to pay and overheads to pay and a lot of debt and bills to pay, we were very much making the mistake, just like a lot of you probably are too. Anybody with a pulse and cash is our client. And unfortunately, they're not. Long term, in terms of a sustainable, enjoyable business, we've got to focus in on who we're best serving, who are the people that we love to work with the best, because we give our best work, we develop, we get the best feedback, we build those relationships that serve us well into the future when there's that marrying of the right kind of people for our kind of business. So I'm really excited with this exercise, you know, when we work through who our dream clients are, because it also flows through to so many other parts of what we're going to cover in the Digital Ascent, you know, particularly in the social sphere and in the content marketing space. We need to be understanding who our clients are and where they might hang out, because we need to have that kind of basis when we move into those other platforms. So that's enough about the dream clients. I also get you to do some exercises with me in terms of defining your actual business goals. Now, a lot of small business owners skimp on this, really. They don't really go to the trouble of defining and writing down what your business goals are. Now, I'm not talking about in the Digital Ascent program or at Basecamp creating a massive business plan here. We're going to do that over the course of these 10 weeks together. We're going to come together and actually build a digital strategy. But right at the start, what I want you to do is look at, in particular, what are your top 3 business goals for the coming 12 months? And I mean, digital marketing things that you might think that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what are the actual business goals that your business has for the next 12 months. It could be you wanted to generate a certain level of revenue, you got a revenue target in mind, you might want to introduce a new product line, you might be targeting a new area, you might be employing some new staff, you might be restructuring and reducing some of what you do. it is that your business goals are, and we just sort of think about, you know, for the next 12 months, say, and I want you to focus on your top 3. So there's an exercise that I go through with you, get you to do, because digital strategy never works, or the reason that so much digital marketing that I see small business owners do, they throw cash at a problem or they don't do anything because they're not clear on where they want to go. So I call it Basecamp because obviously as part of this 10 weeks, we start at Basecamp and we want to move through the program and get to the top, get to the summit, which is whatever it is for your particular business. But at the beginning, when you think about a journey that you might be on, let's pretend that we're at Everest and we are at base camp. Well, we need to acclimatizing. We need to be looking at the path ahead of us. We need to make sure we've got the right gear. That's what we're doing at Basecamp. And as part of going through this exercise, so we look at who our dream clients are, we look at what are our business goals, and I've got an exercise that I get you to work through that helps you define what I call the digital business model canvas. Now, you may have done similar things like this in terms of business coaching that you've done, but what I get you to do here is we're specifically looking at actual real world business goals and what the impact might be digitally if we focus like that. So that's the other thing that we do. And I also get you to do a bit of an exercise on understanding your brand personality. And this is really important. I often work with small business owners, and when I do this exercise with them one-on-one, they often always start thinking that it's like a traditional test and I'm expecting them to say that they're professional. I expect every small business or person that works in the marketing team of a small business to be professional. Of course you're professional. You are very good at what you do. But if we're going to think about how we move our business forward, how we communicate with the right kind of clients in the language that resonates with them, if we want to be understood as a certain kind of business, then we need to be understanding what our brand personality is. So I want people to think beyond web. Of course you are. But what kind of brand personality? How do you speak? Are you a male person? Are you, say, Hugh Jackman, or are you more Russell Crowe? Are you, say, or are you more Celine Dion? You can see when I put those celebrities out there, it instantly has a picture in your mind of how that person looks and speaks and acts. The exercise that we do personality is the same thing. Your business, when we're small business, our business is us. That personal brand, that personal vision, that personal drive that you have, that's really important, and that needs to come across in all of your digital marketing. You need to be thinking about the way your brand looks, the colors, everything that you've thought about when you worked with a graphic designer to come up with a logo and some of the elements for your branding. That also needs to extend to the language that you're going to use. You need to be thinking about the kinds of ways that you speak, the things that will resonate with your dream clients. That's really, really important exercise, particularly in digital marketing. And a lot of small business owners don't ever consider that. And that's often why the things that you might sort of put on Facebook, nobody comments on, or nobody shares, or nobody does anything in any of the areas that you might be talking inside for your business, you know, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or Instagram, or if it's blogs that you write or emails that you write. If you're not writing in a language that is fully representative of you, you're never going to make connections with those people that you most want to make connections with. So that's what we do at Basecamp. So we get started straight away, and I get you thinking on these important things because it gives you the framework, the foundation, and the direction of where we're going to go next. And the next time I do a Facebook Live, I'm going to be talking to you about what we cover off in a web part of the program where we look at web elements, and it's a lot more than just a website. I hope you join me when I talk you through that part. If you've got questions on Basecamp, on dream clients, on understanding your business goals, and on your brand personality, please put them in the comments wherever you might see this video. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to help you. What I'm here for, this is what I see. These are the things that I see small business owners missing and not putting these pieces of the puzzle together. And I can help you do that so that the digital marketing that you do will actually pay the dividends in traffic, leads, and sales, which as business owners, that's what we want. I'll talk to you all next time. Thanks.